to Lumonira, a quiet place for rest, gentle stories, and peaceful nights. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. Just settle in and let the night carry you gently toward sleep. You know that feeling when the day has asked too much of you. When you finally lie down, but your mind keeps wandering back to conversations, to tasks left undone, to worries that don't really need your attention right now. Tonight, we're going to set all of that aside. I'm going to take you to an old inn, tucked away at the end of a quiet lane, where the fire is always burning and the rooms are always warm. A place where strangers become friends, and the only thing expected of you is rest. Let the rain carry you there. Let the story hold you. Before we begin, take a moment to arrive here. Feel where your body meets the bed, the pillow beneath your head, the weight of the blankets resting over you. Let yourself sink into that feeling just a little more. If there's tension hiding in your shoulders, you can let it go. If your jaw is tight, you can let it fall open, just slightly. And if your thoughts are still circling, still buzzing, that's okay. You don't have to quiet them yourself. The story will do that for you. Here's the thing about tonight's story. You don't need to follow every word. You don't need to remember anything. If you drift in and out, that's perfect. That's the whole point. You're not here to stay awake. You're here to let go. So close your eyes whenever they feel heavy, and let's walk together through the rain toward the old inn. Imagine you're walking down a quiet lane at the end of a long day. The sky above has turned that particular shade of deep blue that comes just after sunset, and a gentle rain is falling. Not a storm, nothing harsh or cold, just a soft, steady rain that makes everything smell like wet earth and green leaves. You're wearing a coat with a hood, and the rain patters gently against the fabric. Each drop sounds like a tiny drum, creating a rhythm that matches your unhurried steps. The lane is old, cobblestones worn smooth by centuries of feet. Moss grows between the cracks, soft and green. On either side, low stone walls are covered with ivy, and behind them, you can see the warm glow of cottage windows in the distance. You've been walking for a while now, and you're ready to rest, ready to find somewhere warm and dry, somewhere safe. And then you see it. At the end of the lane, where the cobblestones curve gently to the right, there's an inn. It's old, wonderfully, reassuringly old. The kind of building that has stood in this exact spot for hundreds of years, welcoming travelers just like you. The walls are made of honey-colored stone, darkened by the rain. The roof is thick thatch, and smoke rises from a wide chimney, curling up into the evening sky. A wooden sign hangs above the door, swaying gently in the breeze. You can't quite read the name from here, but it doesn't matter. What matters is the warm amber light spilling from the windows and the promise of a fire inside. You walk toward it. The door is heavy oak, worn smooth by countless hands. There's an iron handle, curved and cold with rain. You push it open, and immediately warmth wraps around you like an embrace. The smell reaches you first. Wood smoke and something baking. A hint of cinnamon, perhaps. Old wood and candle wax, and the particular warmth of a room where a fire has been burning all day. You step inside. The main room of the inn opens before you. The ceiling is low, supported by thick, dark beams. The floor is wide wooden planks, worn into gentle valleys by generations of footsteps. Tables are scattered throughout the room, mismatched chairs around each one, and along one wall, a long wooden bar gleams in the firelight. But what draws your eye is the fireplace. It dominates the far wall. A great stone hearth, blackened by years of use, with a fire burning steadily inside. The flames are low and golden, crackling softly, sending dancing shadows across the walls. And beside the fire, in the corner, there's a chair. Your chair. It's an old leather armchair, deep and worn. The leather has softened over the years, shaped by countless travelers who have rested here before you. There's a small wooden table beside it, just big enough for a mug and a book. A wool blanket is folded over one arm. Deep red, the color of wine. In a moment, we'll sit in that chair together. We'll feel the warmth of the fire and wrap that blanket around our legs. But first, let's take off this wet coat and hang it by the door to dry. The coat rack is old iron, shaped like branches. Your coat drips quietly onto the stone floor beneath it, joining the puddles from other travelers. You feel lighter without it, warmer already. Now let's go sit by the fire. You cross the room slowly. The floorboards creak softly beneath your feet. A friendly sound, like the inn, is acknowledging your presence. Other guests are here, but they pay you no mind. A few figures at the bar, talking quietly. A couple at a table by the window, sharing a pot of tea. Everyone is at ease. Everyone belongs. You reach the leather armchair and turn to face the fire before sitting down. For a moment, you just stand there, feeling the heat on your face, your hands, the front of your body. After the rain, after the walking, the warmth feels extraordinary. It seeps into you, loosening muscles you didn't know were tight. Then you sink into the chair. The leather is soft and gives beneath you in just the right way. It's not too firm, not too soft. It holds you like something that has learned over years and years exactly how to hold a tired body. You settle deeper into it, and the chair seems to settle with you. You unfold the wool blanket and spread it across your lap. The fabric is thick and slightly rough. The kind of blanket that means business, that knows how to keep you warm. Its weight is grounding, comforting. On the small wooden table beside you, you notice something. The mug. It's ceramic, glazed in a deep forest green, and steam rises gently from whatever is inside. You didn't order anything, but somehow it's here, waiting for you. You lift it carefully. It's warm in your hands, but not too hot. And you breathe in spiced cider, warm apples and cinnamon, and a hint of clove. Something sweet and something earthy, perfectly balanced. You take a small sip, and the warmth spreads through your chest, into your stomach, outward to your fingertips. The fire crackles. The rain patters against the windows. The blanket holds you. Look around the room for a moment. The walls are covered with old things, a collection gathered over lifetimes. Antique maps in faded frames. A grandfather clock that ticks slowly, steadily, counting time in the most patient way possible. Shelves of old books with leather spines. A few paintings of countryside scenes, soft greens and golden sunsets. Everything here has been touched by many hands. Everything here has a story. But none of those stories need to be solved or understood tonight. They're just here, present, part of the warmth. I want you to take a moment now, just to notice your body, not to change anything, just to notice the places where you're being held, by the chair, by the bed you're really lying in, the weight of the blanket, whether it's imagined or real, the warmth from the fire or from your own cocoon of covers. Notice your feet. They've carried you far today. They can rest now. Notice your legs. Let them be heavy. Notice your hands. They can let go. Breathe in slowly, like the warmth of the fire is filling you. And breathe out, letting any lingering tension flow away, like rain running down a window. Once more, breathe in and breathe out. Good. The fire crackles, the cider steams, the clock ticks, and you are exactly where you need to be. Soon we'll explore a little more of this inn. There's a kitchen where bread is baking, and a small library tucked behind a curtain. But for now, there's nowhere else to go. Nothing else to do. Just rest here, in the corner by the fire. After a while, minutes or longer, time moves gently here. You feel a quiet curiosity stir, not an urgent feeling. Nothing that demands you move. Just a soft wondering about what lies beyond this room. What other warm corners this old inn might hold. You set down your mug. You leave the blanket draped over the chair. You'll return to it soon and rise slowly. Your body feels rested already, looser. The fire has done its work on your muscles, and the cider has warmed you from within. You notice a doorway at the back of the main room. There's no door, just an arched opening framed by old timber. Warm light glows from beyond, and you can smell something wonderful. Fresh bread, herbs, the particular aroma of a kitchen where good things happen slowly. You walk toward it. The kitchen is smaller than the main room, but no less welcoming. A great wooden table dominates the center, its surface worn smooth and marked by decades of chopping and kneading. Pots and pans hang from hooks on the ceiling. Bundles of dried herbs dangle from the beams. Lavender, rosemary, thyme, filling the air with their gentle perfume. A fire burns in a large cooking hearth at the far end. Above it, a pot bubbles slowly. Soup, perhaps, or stew. You can see vegetables floating in the broth and steam rising in lazy curls. But what captures your attention is the counter near the window. There, a loaf of bread is cooling on a wooden board. It's round and golden brown, with a crackled crust that looks like it would crunch perfectly under your fingers. Beside it, a small pot of butter, a jar of honey, amber and thick. An older woman stands at the counter, her back to you. She's kneading another batch of dough, her movements slow and rhythmic. She wears a worn apron over a simple dress, and her gray hair is gathered in a loose bun. she hears you enter, she looks over her shoulder and smiles. It's not a surprised smile. It's the smile of someone who knew you'd wander in eventually, who has seen countless travelers find their way to her kitchen, drawn by the warmth and the smell of baking. She nods toward the bread. Help yourself, the gesture says. There's plenty. You move to the counter. The bread is still warm when you touch it. That perfect stage where it's cooled enough to handle, but still holds the heat of the oven. You tear off a small piece. The crust crackles. The inside is soft and white, releasing a puff of warm, yeasty steam. You spread a little butter. It melts immediately, golden and rich, soaking into the bread. A drizzle of honey follows. Thick, slow, catching the light like liquid gold. You take a bite. Simple, perfect, everything bread should be. The innkeeper has gone back to her kneading, and the rhythm of her work fills the kitchen. Push, fold, turn. Push, fold, turn. It's hypnotic watching her. The dough yields and springs back, yields and springs back. Through the kitchen window, you can see the rain still falling. It's darker now outside, the last light of evening fading. But in here, everything is warm. Everything is safe. You finish your bread slowly, savoring each bite. There's no need to hurry. There's nowhere else you need to be. When you're done, you brush the crumbs from your fingers. The innkeeper looks up and gives you another smile. This one even softer, the kind reserved for people who have appreciated something made with care. Before we return to your chair by the fire, there's one more place I want to show you. Just through that small doorway behind the herb bundles, there's a reading nook that very few travelers ever find. A place for stories within stories. But if you'd rather go back to the fire now, that's okay too. Your chair is waiting. Your blanket is still warm. Let's take one more small journey behind the bundles of dried herbs. There's a small doorway you might have missed. It's not hidden exactly, just easy to overlook. A low arch in the old stone wall, covered by a heavy velvet curtain in faded burgundy. You pull the curtain aside and step through. The reading nook is tiny, just big enough for one. The ceiling is low and sloped, following the angle of the roof. The walls are lined with bookshelves, floor to ceiling, packed with old volumes in leather and cloth. A single window looks out at the rainy night. It's glass thick and warped with age. raindrops look like small rivers, and there beneath the window is a daybed. It's narrow and deep, covered with cushions in soft greens and faded golds. A quilted blanket is folded at one end, cream-colored, soft from many washings. A small oil lamp sits on a shelf nearby, its flame turned low, casting a warm amber glow. You sit on the edge of the daybed. Then, slowly, you lie back against the cushions. They receive you gently, soft but supportive. You can still hear the kitchen behind you, the faint rhythm of kneading, the bubble of the pot. You can hear the rain against the window, close now, just inches away. And beneath it all, the distant crackle of the fire in the main room. The bookshelves are close enough to touch. You could reach out and pull a book down if you wanted. You can see titles on some of the spines. Old stories, familiar names, collections of fairy tales and folklore. But you don't need to read anything tonight. Tonight, the books are just here, present, keeping you company. Their stories are patient. They'll wait. The lamp flickers gently. The rain whispers. You notice a small detail on the windowsill. A dried flower. A rose, perhaps, or a peony, pressed between two pieces of glass. Someone placed it there long ago. Someone who loved this spot, who wanted to leave a small piece of beauty behind. How many travelers have rested here, you wonder? How many tired bodies have sunk into these cushions and listened to this same rain, felt this same warmth, let go of this same day? You don't need to answer that. It's just a thought, drifting through like the clouds outside. Your eyes can close now, if they haven't already. The nook is safe. The inn is safe. The night is safe. In a moment, we'll make our way back to the main room, to your chair by the fire. But you can stay here a little longer if you like. There's no hurry. The cushions hold you. The books watch over you. The rain sings. After a time, you couldn't say how long. You rise from the daybed and make your way back. Through the curtain, past the kitchen where the innkeeper has finished her work, and the bread cools in rows. Through the main room where the other guests have drifted off to their beds, leaving only the fire and the shadows. Your chair is waiting, just as you left it. The leather armchair by the fire, the red wool blanket draped over the arm. You sink into it again. The cushions remember you. They seem to have molded themselves even more perfectly to your shape. You pull the blanket up over your lap, tucking it gently around your legs. On the small table, your mug of cider has been refilled. Somehow, it's still perfectly warm. You take a small sip. The same spices, the same sweetness, the same warmth spreading through your chest. The fire has burned lower now. The flames are smaller, quieter, more ember than blaze. But the heat is still there, steady, patient, needing nothing from you. The rain has softened too. It's barely a whisper now against the windows. A gentle murmur, the kind of rain you could fall asleep to. The kind of rain that makes everything else feel far away. The grandfather clock ticks, slow, steady, counting time in the most patient way possible. You don't have to stay awake anymore. You don't have to follow the story. You don't have to do anything at all. The fire will keep burning. The rain will keep falling. The inn will keep holding you. If there are thoughts still drifting through your mind, you can let them drift. Like the smoke rising from the fire, like the steam from your mug, they'll find their own way out. Nothing needs solving tonight. Nothing needs remembering. Nothing needs you. Just rest, just the warmth of the fire, just the softness of the blanket, just this old chair that has held so many tired travelers and now holds you. And so you rest here in the old inn at the end of the lane. You walked through the rain. You found the door. You stepped into the warmth. You sat in the leather chair by the fire. You wrapped yourself in the red wool blanket. You drank the warm cider with cinnamon and clove. You tasted fresh bread in the kitchen. You found the hidden nook with all the books. You listened to the rain against the window. And now you're back in the chair by the fire where you belong. The fire burns low. The blanket holds you. The rain whispers. The mug is warm. The chair knows you. The clock ticks. You are safe here. You are warm here. You are held here. The innkeeper has gone to bed. The other travelers are sleeping. The kitchen is quiet. Only the fire remains. And you, resting. The fire crackles. The rain falls. The blanket wraps around you. There's nothing to do now. Nothing to think about. No tomorrow that needs you yet. Just the warmth. Just the quiet. Just this old inn, holding you gently through the night. If thoughts come, let them go. Like smoke rising, like rain falling. You are safe. You are warm. You are home. Rest now. Resting. The fire will keep burning. The rain will keep falling. And the inn will keep holding you. All through the night. All through the night. Safe. Warm. Home. If you're still here, that's okay. Sleep finds everyone at its own pace. Let the quiet continue. Let the fire keep burning. And if this inn has given you rest tonight, you're welcome to return whenever you need it. There are more rooms to discover, more stories to share, but not tonight. Tonight is just for resting. Good night.